few years, graduated to the resident services manager,
Wow.
which gave me hands-on with the communities that we dealt with at Ocala Housing Authority, the public housing communities, putting on activities, trying to get tutoring programs. We did summer enrichment programs and things like that. Some of the things that I did there, I do here now at Howard Academy. And God blessed me with an opportunity to apply for the job here after being at Ocala Housing Authority for 6 years. This opportunity came available, and I knew it was for me, and God blessed me with it.
So, from Ajahu, my dad's charter school, 13 years.
13 years.
Housing.
6 years.
You see what's happening there? Step in stone. In other words, every step on the ladder. There's not 1, then 3, then 5. It's taking your time and moving. And now applying to Howard Academy.
I like that. I like how you said that.
Yeah.
I took my time.
You took your time. So I imagine someday you might be waking up to see that there is an opening at Howard Academy. How did that?
So I really wasn't looking for a job.
Right.
Because I love doing what I did at Ocala Housing Authority. And I look forward to waking up every morning doing what I did.
Right.
And a friend of mine gave me a call and said, "Hey, Howard Academy has a position opening. I think you would be perfect for it." And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll take a look at it. And when I read the job description, I was like, oh my gosh.
You were reading yourself.
I was reading myself. Because even when you read a job description, it doesn't clearly tell you everything that you're going to do. So I made some phone calls, and I'm like, okay, I read the job description, but what exactly needs to be done there? So just a little background with Howard Academy at that time. Howard Academy had been closed because, we were in a pandemic.
Right.
And because of COVID, it was closed.
Right.
There was nothing going on at all. And prior to it closing, it was very little going on as well, because there was some renovations being done to the bathrooms. So the needs of the community, and they did voice their needs to the school board, was that this is a staple in the community.
Yes.
And it needed to be utilized by the community. So the community voiced their concerns to the school board to ask for it to be reopened, and a person put in place to run it, to bring the programs that were needed back, to bring it back to life.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, can I really do this then? After I heard all of this. And I applied for the position. I interviewed for the position in January. I think it was January of 2022. January 2022. And after she interviewed numerous individuals, she offered me the position. And I came in full speed ahead.
Yes.
Because I had to find out from the community, okay, hey, what do you want to see here? What do you want? And the main focus was tutoring. That was number one.
Yes.
Financial literacy, budgeting, home ownership, things like that. Things that I did at Housing Authority. Right. Those were some of the needs. So, just developing partnerships with other organizations to bring in. There was a pending partnership with the hospital district for the community home project to bring some health-based programs here, which is much needed in the West Side community for African Americans, because we suffer from a lot of different health things like diabetes, high blood pressure. So that's very important. But not only that, being a place that is open to the community, where some of our organizations that don't have homes can have a place to meet, to, open them, have a place for their constituents to come and, find out about their services and so on and so forth. So since our opening back up, it's busy.
Right.
It is very busy. We now have started our mentoring program with our girls who all come from Howard. We started with 10 girls. Now we have 21.
Beautiful.
We're going into our second year with them. We're getting ready to start a tutoring program for secondary, middle, and high school that is much needed. And it's just so much that we're doing. We just inducted 9 people to our Black History Museum.
Oh.
On Friday.
Okay.
Yes, we had a full house over at the Marion Rich Center, over 250 people.
We might bring you some photos of that. So if you stay quiet, you might see a few.
Yes, and it was just amazing. And we're getting ready to start doing more tours in our museum, so our community can learn about the different contributions of many African Americans right here from Ocala, Marion County that they have contributed.
That's a beautiful thing you mentioned. You touched on the museum.
Yes.
And I saw that you were able to get some famous folks to come in when that opened. How did that come about? I mean,
get me excited now. So I started, like I said, in February of 2022, and immediately the first thing I had to do, I wasn't even here 2 weeks, was do a Black History program. We put that together. It was amazing. We had the community to come out. But the big thing was Aaron Jackson had just won the gold medal as the first African-American speed skater in the Olympics.
Okay.
And so I got a phone call from Reverend Cummins, which is our school board member. Hey, we need to do a special induction for her. We have got to do it. And I'm like, okay, how do I put this together?
Yes.
When I reached out to everybody that I needed to reach out to, it came together. We had over 300, 400 people here. All the way from the mayor to just many individuals that I just cannot name because I don't want to forget anybody.
Yes.
But we were able to bless her. And not only her, there were 2 other individuals that won medals.
Yes.
One particular individual was Miss Bow, who actually gave up her spot so that Aaron could get that gold medal.
Wow.
And so we not only inducted Aaron, but we gave special awards to the other 2 individuals that were with her. It was an amazing event. And she gave us some of her practice skates to put in the museum.
Okay.
We got some pictures of her and a plaque. And she's so busy doing her.
Yes.
Winning gold medals. She's been winning them ever since.
Yes.
And we've tried to get a hold of her and try to get her back here to talk to the kids, but
of course
she's busy.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll be able to track her down and get her, but
she's skating her way into her life, into her whole career.
Yeah, but that museum, not just with things about her, but we have things from the first African American president of the United States. We have different things in there from his inauguration that someone donated. But there is history in that museum.
And what's it called? What's the name of that museum?
It's called the Black History Museum of Marion County. It is actually a state museum.
Okay.
It is recognized as a state museum through the state of Florida.
And anyone could come in
anyone can come in. Right now, it's by appointment only, but we're getting ready to make it where we can set up a couple days a week where someone will be here, a volunteer will be here to come in, so people can come in and kind of see what's in there, because there's a lot of history in there.
Yeah.
And we actually had a youth group come about a couple of weekends ago, and they toured the museum, and I'm like, okay, all right, a bunch of little kids, they don't know what's going on. When I tell you, these kids knew their history.